2.
No, it said factor by graphing. You just use your graphing calculator. In the directions it said using your graphing calculator.
But it's not like you can't put it in the graph.
Okay.
But you gotta solve for
It
that.
has to be equal to 0. And it didn't tell you to solve. You're just using your graphing calculator. Just literally plug it in.
I was on way too many meetings yesterday because I'm like 10 minutes. How's your morning been, Miss Lucky?
Oh, not too bad. How about yours?
I'm making it.
Yeah? Been one of them mornings?
No, I woke up at 7:45. We got here with a minute to spare, so I'm tired.
Well, at least you got here on time.
Yeah.
Okay, what about number 1? Do they have a GCF on number 1? No, they don't. So we do factors of 40. All right, what are the factors of 40? 1 and 40. 2 and how much? 20? Huh? 4 and 10. 5 and 8. There you go. So let's see. I have 4 x's. So if I split them into 2 spots, how many do I have in each spot? 2. There you go. So x squared and x squared. All right. Which one of these will add or subtract to give me negative 13? 5 and 8? How? Negative 5 minus 8. Not 8 minus 5. No, that will give you pod 3. You need negative 8 and negative 5. Are y'all okay? What about number 2? Did y'all struggle a little bit? No? Yes? All right, we're going to do them for a while. Don't worry. All right, first thing you look for is a GCF. Do they have one? Nope. So you got to find factors of 2 and factors of 21. What are the factors of 2? That's easy, right? We're going to pick that one. We have no choice. What about 21? 3 and 7. There you go. All right, so let's see. We got to have 2b and 1b. All right, let's see. And we're trying to get to 17. So 2 times what will get me close to 17? Which one? 7? Okay. 2 times 7. How much is 2 times 7? 14. All right, what about my inside? I got 1 times something. What's the other number with 7? What's 1 times 3? All right, how does 14 and 3 give me 17? You add them up, so that means both my signs need to be positive. I tried to be nice to give you an easy one. Y'all okay?
Yes.
We're going to do those for another month, just like we've been doing everything else. We'll do it until y'all got the hang of it, and then we'll move on to something else, okay? Are y'all okay with that? All right. What about number 3? Okay, so what is this word mean?
Average.
It means average, right? So how do you find average? You add them all up and you divide how many you got, right? How many do we have? You got 3 numbers. So we're going to divide by 3 in just a minute. Okay, so let's see. Given that the first and second numbers stay the same, they don't change, right? So I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about the third number. The third number increased by 9. So what's 9 divided by 3? 3, right? So that means I'm going to plus 3. So I'm going to take this x. So it's going to be x plus 3. Which is that one. Are y'all okay? The wording was just really funny on that one. That's for 10th graders. That's an ACT Aspire question, okay? What about this one? Let's see. It's got a trapezoid. What's the slope of CD? So that's this one over here. How do I find slope? Delta y over delta x. Man alive, that shows up a lot. Maybe that's really important. All right, so what are my... oh, look, they're even nice to you and give you the numbers and everything. What are your 2 y's that you want to do? 4 minus 1? Okay. It doesn't matter. You're going to get the same answer. The only thing is, if you start with the 4 for the y's, you've got to start with the 9 for the x's. So I'm going to do 9 minus 12. So D, your signs are just going to be switched from us. So where we got positive 3 on the top, you should have got negative 3 on the top. And where we get negative 3 on the bottom, you should have gotten positive 3 on the bottom. But it'll still give you the same answer of negative 1. Are y'all okay? Anybody lost? All right, that was your ACT prep question. We've got a next ACT on December 10th, and then there's one after that, February 11th. Guys, I mean, $42.50. Okay, I know that's a lot of money. for some people, and it really is, but think about how much money that's going to save you for tuition and books and room and board and food and everything else if you make a good score on it, okay? So try your best to convince your parents somehow to let you take it early, and as many times as you can. If you're a junior, you're going to take it in, I think is it March or April here? I think it's April you'll take it here. You'll take it here for free in April, okay? Are y'all okay on everything? All right, this week, I can't remember the right name for it, but this week is basically National Register for College Week. And so this week, a lot of universities, if you want to register for the university, a lot of them will waive their application fee. Even if you're a junior, they'll accept juniors a lot of times. If you've already taken the ACT and you've got a good GPA, they'll go ahead and accept you early. So really think about that. I know when I did my master's, I did my master's 4 years ago. So when I did that, I think it was $60, and there's no telling what a bachelor's would be right now. So really think about that if you've got your school that you want to apply to, and a lot of them will waive their fees just this week, okay? Does that make sense? Anybody lost? That's why it's got all the teachers, have you seen where we went to school out on the side of our doors? That's why they're like trying to encourage everybody to apply this week. All right, so we've got study guides to do, right? Study guides are going to be due tomorrow. Most of them. Yeah, you know what? We got enough stuff in there. You'll be all right. We won't make them do tomorrow. Okay, so look, you should be at least finished with the front page. You should be working on the back. I'm not looking for you to do every single one of these problems on the back, okay? However, most of us probably, after looking at your quiz grades, we probably need to make sure we completely understand the front page, because a lot of you lost so many points on your quiz because you did not show work. So let's go over this one more time to make sure we're all good, okay? Just to make sure we're all good. Looking at your study guide. 3 and 4 was just like number 2 on your quiz, and you're about to get your quiz back, okay? A lot of you got points taken off on your vertex for 2 reasons. Right here, do you see where it says determine whether each has a max or min? And then it says find that value, okay? Find that value. That value, ladies and gentlemen, is your vertex, which should be an ordered pair. Does that make sense to everybody? And if you don't show me work on how you plugged in to negative b over 2a, then you are not going to get full credit. So when you get your quiz back, if you don't have all of your points that you think you should have gotten, that's why. And I probably put a little note out there that says work and a question mark. Yes, ma'am.
So like right here where it says identify vertex and it says find the max.
So identify means tell me the max or min. So if right here you need to write.
Where it says find that value.
Yes, right here on this one on number 3. Ooh, this is, hold on, it's fuzzy. So number 3 you should write minimum.
No, I mean like on number 5 and 6 where it says the identify.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll write vertex, and then you'll write what that vertex is. Then you'll write minimum for this one, and then you'll write what that minimum. These two are going to be the exact same thing.
Okay.
This
I have
one,
to write it 2 times.
yes, because I want you to understand that they're the exact same thing. Like I'm trying to instill in you that these two are the exact same thing. All right, look at number 5 and 6 real quick. What does it say to do in 5 and 6? Was the very first words. Very first words. Using the graphing calculator. Does that say factor these like this? No, it does not. Okay? So if you didn't get all your points on your quiz, that's why. Because I am assessing you on using your calculator, okay? So don't get all bent out of shape when you see your quiz because you didn't follow directions. Everybody okay? All right. So I don't have these quizzes in the computer yet. They'll be there this afternoon. So when you get finished with it, please, please, please make sure you put it in the tray. Are there any questions on the back of this study guide that we need to go over?
Can we go over something on the front?
We can individually, yes.
Look at number 19.
Number 19. Okay, so the directions say factor, right? It doesn't say use graph calculator, it says factor. So this is going to be, it's got to, anytime, even if it's calculator, it's got to be equal to 0. So you're going to move that. So it'll be 16x squared minus 25. Those are the difference of 2 squares. Difference of 2 squares. So it'd be 4x plus 5 and 4x minus 5 equals 0. Then you cut it, find your answer. Is that good? Okay. Just like 18 is a difference of 2 squares. 17 has a GCF. All right. Are y'all okay? Anybody got a question?